Hi everybody, this is Jamie with GettinCraftyStampin.com. Remember that you can check out my blog for lots of tutorials and all kinds of awesome stuff. I think this might be showing up backwards. Anyway, sorry. I was at a recent class and a lot of my team and my stampers were saying to me that their stamps weren't sticking to the block. And I said, well, my blocks are really dirty because I use them so much for classes. And so one of the things I sometimes do, don't tell everybody, is I'll put a little dash of snail to help hold it in place, and then I'll clean both off of the block. I do use my clear blocks like so. Over and over and over again. You don't see the stamp on there, but I will clean it with a drop of Dawn dish soap, because if it's going to get grease off of your dishes, it's going to get it off of your blocks. And then I'm fine microfiber. I really love the Norwex brand microfiber glass one because it really gives it a nice shine. But that wasn't their problem. So I said, okay, first, what are you guys doing with your stamps? 10 years ago, when I joined Stampin' Up, there was really only two types of stamps out there. There was the clear photopolymer, and there was the rubber that was mounted on wood. And so I fell in love with the quality that I got at the rubber from Stampin' Up. So much so that I tried every other brand on the market before I made the decision to get the discount from Stampin' Up. And this is one of the first stamps that I ever bought. It's called Lovely as a Tree. You can see it's pretty old and beat up, but that will never stop. At 10 years, it still stamps. Oh, you don't see those dirtiness. Shh. Yes, I do have dirty stamps, but it's lasted for 10 years, and it gives me an amazing image every single time. I love it. And there's really something to be said for every kind of stamp set that we own. So I own a lot less of the wood mounted now, because it stores as a clear mounted, it stores at a fraction of the size, less than half. And I can get more into my cabinets that way, which I really love. So as the ladies, I said, well, what are you doing? Is it photopolymer? Photopolymer is a clear all the way through stamp, like so. This one here is the Acorny Thank You. I know, isn't it cute? And it is what we call the Vampire of Stamps. Vampire of Stamps needs to be kept in its case. Like so, I need to clean it and put it in a case afterwards. It's more delicate. You can't use every ink with it. So do not use any alcohol-based ink. For example, any StazOn ink. It'll just actually eat away at your photopolymer. It's really not good. And so use our archival black and gray inks, as well as our water-based ink pads from our classic collection of inks. Amazing inks. I've actually had people come to us just because our inks are so phenomenal. And yes, they all coordinate between inks, paper, ribbons, designer series paper, pretty paper, you name it. It all matches perfectly. It's amazing. So you can craft with ease. Back to where I was. Sorry. So there's three kinds of stamps. There's photopolymer, there's rubber mounted on wood, and there is clear mount. Clear mount, I know, is very deceiving. It's actually rubber that you mount on a clear block. So it's like so, and I like so. And so I showed them, I said, is it this that you're having a hard time with? And they said, yes. They didn't know how to assemble their stamps. The truth is, when Stampin' Up, when I joined, you had to cut your stamp apart. It was all one big block of rubber. It was challenging, to say in the least. And so, I would work all night to get my blocks done, my stuff all done on my wood blocks, and now I'm glad Stampin' Up die cuts it so you don't have to do that. So today I'm going to help you assemble a clear rubber mounted ink pad in our Basics of Stamping. This will be in my Basics of Stamping series, and it's a must-have. These are great. Again, the rubber is going to give you an amazing quality that you won't get with photopolymer or any others. Don't get me wrong, I love my photopolymer, but there's a little bit of a difference in the resolution that you'll get. So I will assemble one for you, but I do want to point out that, I was looking for it, photopolymer is dreamy when you're doing a multi-leveled stamp to get a multicolored image. So here the hummingbird, you'll stamp it 4 times. You'll stamp it with 1 color, 2 color, 3 color, all a variety thereof, and maybe a pop of color here. And then you'll have what looks like a 3D image. It's pretty amazing. It's called two-step stamping, but really it's here 4-step, or up here 3-step with the rose, or 2-step with the sea star. So photopolymer makes it easy because then you can see exactly where you're going to place it, and there's just really dreamy about that, and I'll show that in another video. Okay, so get ready. I'm going to flip the camera over so I can show you how to assemble your stamps. And if you ordered from me, thank you so much. 10 years of doing this, and I am so blessed to support my family and give our family awesome adventures because of this. That's what I do. I pay for the adventures and the vacations in our family. So thank you for supporting me, and consider shopping with me or joining my team. We have a great online Facebook group. We have me as your support, and I'm always like this. Even after a cup of coffee or 2 or 3. No, not really. I try not to go above 2 every day. Okay, so get ready, get set. I'm going to show you how to assemble a stamp. Okay, everybody. Hi, it's Jamie again. Well, for you, it was just a second ago. But we're going to assemble a stamp set. Maybe not the whole thing because we don't have time. So what I'm going to do, a clear mount rubber stamp set. Again, top quality. I love it. It's going to come like this. This is how I assemble the box. I literally open it up, and you'll find a coordinating sticker. I turn my stamp set around, and guess what? They are going to be right in a line where the stamp is. It's pretty easy that way because sometimes it's hard to read it upside down. So here, I never get rid of the exterior, and you'll see why here. What I did was I left it like so that if I had a stamp out for a project and it was away, I'd know what stamp to look for. It's really important. That way you don't have them flopping around inside of your box. When we first got this, I wasn't doing that, and I would lose stamps. That was so upsetting. Okay, and what we're gonna do is put that sticker on the back of the cling. That vinyl cling is amazing. It's gonna be your best friend. You need a clear block, and it works like a dream. I'll get a block here. I'm not guaranteeing it's a clean block. I should have been a little bit more prepared, but you guys can forgive me. So this one here is the Sweet Sayings. I love it. It's actually not retiring, so it'll be in our new upcoming catalog. And so I'm gonna grab it out. Again, leaving it just like so. There's a cover here. So what the people were doing that was incorrect was leaving this cover on and trying to put a sticker on it. So let's hear. I literally leave the sticker on right where it is. And I pull this back, so now I have a framed image. People were then putting it on and it won't stick. This actually needs to come off. Like so. I also saw somebody on my team who just used this. She thought it was easy that way. It clings really well. But for me, it would drive me nuts not to see where my words are. I'm dyslexic, so I have a tendency to do things upside down, and that would be my luck. So while the sticker is placed down, I take the stamp and I line it up, and I literally just put it down. And I'm going to push it. So easy. Look at that. Try not to touch this stamp, side of the stamp, or your sides of your clear block. It's really important that they have a clean surface. So periodically, I actually pay my children to take and put some dish soap on it and clean it down. I'll take a Stays-On cleaner and I'll clean off any Stays-On or ink that doesn't come off. I heard there's a great product I bought I haven't tried for cleaning your blocks, and that'll be something I play with soon. So once I have that done, success looks good on you. It sure does, doesn't it? And I'm gonna grab this yummy mellow mossy meadow that is sadly going away. And then I'm going to stamp. Let me look for a piece of paper here. Sorry guys, you know, I usually am right on the ball, but I decided to do this very quickly. Wasn't really thinking it through. I just had in my head a couple of the girls from the recent class saying that their stuff wasn't sticking, and I'm like, what are they doing wrong? Now, this here is a very juicy ink pad. So you can see here that the barrier got a little bit of ink on it. So I would like to do is grab a scrap of paper here, and I'm gonna rock it off. Look at all that yuckiness around the edge. You can do one of two things. If you really don't like that edge, you can push the edge down before you ink it, like so. And then when you stamp it, it's not a problem. You pat very lightly, pat. I don't know if you're in the picture on this because I'm sitting down. Pat very lightly. And you'll see it's shiny. That means the ink is on it. and then I'm going to come down. I will not rock. I will come down straight, and I will come straight up. Super easy. I love that that little cling makes it even better to stick to the block. It actually makes your stamp last longer because it will help that cushion from deteriorating. So same thing here, just pat, pat, straight down, straight up. Really, success, like a stamped image like this. Does look good on you, doesn't it? Okay, so same thing, except if you were using photopolymer, you need a pierce pad. Photopolymer requires a cushion. You never hear of a photopolymer ball. You've only heard of a rubber ball, right? It's such a weird saying, but whenever I say it, it creates a vision in my head. So again, I leave the sheets on both of these on my photopolymer, and I will pull it up. And this is just the same thing as if they had the outside barrier the other. Now I know what's missing. I'm going to place it here. I'm going to put my block down on top of it. I'm going to pat. So let's bring this over so you guys can see really well. Pat really well. Real soft. I like to remind people it's like touching a baby's foot. You would never touch a baby's foot hard, right? Okay. And so here is our cute little nuts from the Acorny. Acorny, thank you. Because it's true. Look at that. Isn't it yummy? So pretty. You do need a pat to get a good ink on it and then stamp it out. There is a coordinating punch that goes for the Acorny thank you, which I really love. Super easy. Look at that. Fun, easy, great quality. Stampin' Up! Knows what it's doing. With photopolymer, I will wash this out really quickly. And I'll show you guys in the next video I do for basics of stamping, which will be in a day or two, I think, how to take care of your blocks and how to take care of your stamp sets. So that's enough for now. Sorry, guys. I hope this wasn't too crazy, but you can always check out my blog and message me if you have any questions. I'll talk to you later. Bye.